Just on an NBA note, because also the NBA season is going to get started here in a little bit, I wanted to talk about this whole Ben Simmons situation. The 76ers, I don't know what they thought they were going to get out of this situation. When you publicly humiliate Ben Simmons the way that you guys did, Ben Simmons is, I don't care what anybody else says, Ben Simmons is on the right here. Philadelphia has disowned him. There's news reporters talking about trash cans going down the street, and this is a live image of Ben Simmons leaving Philadelphia, and it's a trash can rolling down the street. All the memes people are putting out about him, all the slander he's getting from Philadelphia fans. Absolutely has every single right in the world to not want to go back and play for that organization. When his head coach is saying stuff about him after their loss in the Eastern Conference Finals, or Eastern Conference semifinals, when his all-star teammate is saying, somebody didn't take a shot there at the end that would have made this a better situation. He's getting humiliated by his own teammates, his own coaching staff, his own city. He has every single right in the world to not go and play for them. He said, I want out. And then the delusional GM of the 76ers said, yeah, I want multiple first-round picks. I want an all-star caliber in return player. And just had that delusion that he was going to get all that for Ben Simmons, which, you can get all that in a bag of chips for Ben Simmons, but, let's be real here. If a player wants out, just get him out. I know that you guys got to get something in return, but you're not going to get multiple first-round picks and an all-star player for Ben Simmons. That was just unrealistic and delusional. And I'm sure the Sixers got a whole lot of good deals. There were talks I saw last week of Kyrie Irving for Ben Simmons. Like, that was a discussion for quite some time. I love that decision, personally. I think that people have the recency bias of Ben Simmons and say, oh, Ben Simmons is trash. He's not. He's a great facilitator, great defender, great playmaker, really good rebounder. I think Ben Simmons would have been a perfect fit in Brooklyn, to have a guy facilitating for James Harden and Kevin Durant like that. Also a guy that was just such a good playmaker, such a good defender, who would have added another level of defense that Kyrie Irving would have added. That team would have been Ben Simmons, Joe Harris, it would have been Ben Simmons, James Harden, Joe Harris, Kevin Durant, and Nicholas Claxton. That would have been a great starting five. And then when you look at the other side of that trade, it would have been Kyrie Irving to the 76ers, which I think you pair up Kyrie Irving with Joel Embiid, I think that's a really great pairing. Tobias Harris, I think that would have been a really great pairing. You give him a shooter out on the wing with Seth Curry. I think that would have been a really good trade. I think it would have fit the aspects of both teams. The 76ers need a guy that can score. Kyrie Irving can give you 30 a night. And the Brooklyn Nets could have used a guy with some more defense and a good facilitator. I know they have that with James Harden already, but I feel like if they would have put him at the one position and let everyone play off of Ben Simmons, that would have been a really good move. But the NBA season does start here in a couple weeks. Bucks play on opening night. So, of course, this is also an NBA and NFL podcast, so we'll get into that both. When the NBA season starts, we'll also get into that a little bit.